Hello, welcome to our Keokee Contractor Marketing Education Series. This is Amplify Your Brand Through Social Media. Today, we are going to be talking about the one thing that everyone thinks of when you say digital marketing, and that is social media. I know you either love it or you hate it, and you just tolerate it because everyone says you have to have it for your business. Well, today we're going to walk through why it's important, why it should be done in-house, and how to be authentic and intentional, and how to utilize it to amplify your brand. If this is your first time watching one of our webinars, we are Keokee Contractor Marketing, a design and marketing agency based in Sandpoint, Idaho, offering services for branding, web design, and digital marketing for remodelers and home builders. My name is Jennifer Cottle. I am one of the digital marketing strategists on staff here at Keokee. I will be introducing how social media can be a great amplifier for your brand. So let's dive in. Our goal today is to learn how we can utilize social media as a brand awareness tool for your company. We will explore how social media facilitates the top of the funnel in our marketing strategy. We will walk through the basics of a few platforms that you can start with, and we'll end with some actionable steps for you to take home so you can get started building your own social media presence. First, I want to start by chatting about what social media is not. If you've watched the Attract and Convert webinar, you'll remember Laura talking about how your Facebook or Instagram page does not stand in place of your website. Your website is the main hub of your business on the internet, and your social media profiles are simply amplifiers of your website and company. Similarly to that point, your social media profiles are not going to be the ultimate lead generators for your pipeline. I don't know about you, but if I was going to search for the best home remodeler in my area, my first place to look probably wouldn't be Facebook. I would start with a Google search. So keep in mind, as social media can be a great resource for your potential customers to learn more about your company and be a way for you to showcase your work, you're more than likely not going to find yourself generating a ton of leads from Facebook or Instagram. Creating brand awareness and generating traffic to your website, though, that's a whole other story that we'll dive into later in this presentation. Lastly, your company's social media pages are not your personal pages. We don't want to treat them like our personal Facebook, where you share all your thoughts and frustrations about the world, or funny memes that your friends would like. We want to keep these two things separate. As much as you stay professional when you're on a job site talking to a client, we want to stay professional on our social media pages. Now for the good stuff. Let's talk about what social media can be for your company. A good social media presence can have a huge impact on your business. I know it can seem like a lot at first and something that easily takes a back seat with all the other things that you have to do, but making an effort to share about the projects that you're currently working on, share about your employees and how great they are, and share professional photos of your work. All these things can help build your brand awareness and online credibility. It can also help increase your website traffic and add a nice personal touch that people won't get from just looking through your website. Ultimately, there are a lot of great aspects that can come from a robust social media presence. So now that we understand how important social media can be, you may be thinking, this is really all great stuff, but the problem is you don't know what you should be posting, how to schedule posts, or even when to post. You're busy enough running your business, and now you have to learn how to run a social media account too? It sounds like a lot. Because of this dilemma, most of the contractors that come to us for help want us to run their social media accounts for them. In fact, it's almost always one of the first services they inquire about. We now steer our clients away from outsourcing their social media to us or any other agencies, and here's why. The content you post on social media should be authentic. Your audience on social media want to see real and raw content and feel like they're getting to know your company like a new friend. They don't always want the professional photos with cookie cutter captions, constantly asking them for their business. Now, don't get me wrong, professional photos are great to use. You should definitely show off your amazing work with a high quality photo, but also sharing the real everyday content can actually have a bigger and lasting impact. Social media is all about building trust and connecting with your audience. People want to see you, how you treat your customers, the quality of your work, your company culture, how well you maintain your job sites, and even how active you are in the local community. Remember what I mentioned earlier about sharing about your current projects, about your employees, and how great they are? Those are great things that we at Keokee can't authentically share for you. Outsourcing your social media to a company that isn't with you every day, interacting with your clients and your team, makes it incredibly difficult to post authentic content. So take this post, for example. This is Jared, a project manager for Square Deal Construction. Jared's dad, Terry, is who started Square Deal way before Jared was even born. Jared basically grew up with Square Deal and helped out with projects from a very young age. So the photo on the right is a picture of Jared when he was just a kid helping out his dad. And these are the kinds of photos and information that have to come from you, the expert of your team and company. Now that we all agree how important it is for you to take on your social media in-house, let's dig in a little more on why it's so important. I'm sure you've had the thought, like we've all had, of whether social media is really worth the time, money, and effort you put into it. The short answer that I can give you is yes. So let's talk about a few reasons why. First, like I've mentioned a couple times, brand awareness. Maybe you're a new company, you just launched a beautiful new website, you're diving into a new service like home additions, and you just want to get the word out. Social media is a great way to create brand awareness for these kinds of changes. To share content and information about your company and what you do is really the essence of it all. Creating brand awareness can help get you more website visitors and internet searches, which in turn helps your Google rankings increase, which we all love to see. Unlike traditional advertisements like billboards and yard signs, social media is a more natural form of communication between you and your potential customers. Sharing relatable, engaging, and unique content is the key to creating a space where your audience feels like they can feel welcome, make comments, ask questions, and maybe even reach out for a project that they need help on. Each platform we're going to talk about today allows you to distribute ads to a target audience in your service area that is just right for your home remodeling business. So when done right, social media ads can be a very lucrative thing and help build a really great foundation of followers and supporters. Social media is also a great avenue to humanize your brand and show your customers that you're people just like them. Share about your passions for what you do, the pride you have in your team's hard work, the people behind the scenes that help make your business what it is today. Relatable content is vital for humanizing your brand because people typically go to social media for three main reasons. One, to connect with people, groups, businesses that they care about. Two, to learn about something. So what can you teach your followers about home remodeling? Show them that you're an expert in your field. And three, to be entertained. Time-lapse videos of your crew working, home walkthrough videos, and gorgeous photos are very entertaining content. I know, the three letters you love to hear about when it comes to marketing: SEO. Social media does play a part in search engine optimization for your content and your website. It can even help you rank higher on Google. When your content is shared on multiple sites and locations, it tells search engines that the information is relevant and really reliable. Are you starting to see how this all works together? So lastly, who doesn't like free things? Although it can cost money to boost a post or start an ad campaign, social media is ultimately a free way to promote your business and showcase your hard work. Most business owners can recognize the importance of a free tool to help expand their business and generate more potential customers. So, why not take advantage of all that social media has to offer? So now that we understand the importance of it all, let's talk about how and where social media fits into the marketing funnel. Social media sits at the very top of the funnel in the inbound or awareness bucket. If you watch the Attract and Convert webinar, Laura explains how this is the first stage of the buyer's journey. Maybe they've just decided or are considering a home remodel and are doing research on remodelers in their area, gathering information on costs and styles that they like, along with events, webinars, email campaigns, search ads. This is where we are going to catch people's initial attention. When we're talking about a marketing strategy as a whole, we use the funnel term to describe the flow of acquisition, conversion, and retention. So at the top of the funnel are clients gaining awareness and attention for your company and service offerings. And through a mid-range of time and energy spent on nurturing and converting them, the right clients turn into loyal customers. Now, if we focus in on social media marketing alone, one of the ways we like to look at it is to actually turn the funnel on its head and create a pyramid. Social media marketing has been something of a game changer in the marketing world, and now the focus is more on the retention rather than the acquisition of customers. The goal here is to create a platform where past clients, future clients, and even just supporters of your business are able to interact with your company's media pages and spread information about your company through word of mouth, or more specifically, the share button. We want to continue growing your social media presence and sharing content that's informative, relatable, and exciting for your audience so they continue to stay engaged and interested. So how can social media be so effective, you may ask? Social media has worked for countless companies, and using it as part of your marketing strategy can definitely work for you too. The key lies in constructing an effective social media marketing strategy and staying consistent with it. Consistency is a key part. In order to appeal to your followers, you have to post different content frequently. Regularly updating your social media accounts with engaging content will help improve your relationship with your followers and keep them engaging with you. By responding to messages, liking comments, and staying engaged, your clients will feel that you care about them and will be much more likely to stick around. With the amount of time that people spend on their phones, internet, and social media, remember, we want to try to meet potential customers where they're at and provide content that we know they're looking for and will find interesting. So if your goal is to build awareness around what you do, we want to focus on fun, high-level content with concise takeaways. Think of it like a billboard ad for a Super Bowl commercial. Incredibly visible, but with low conversion. It creates a conversation and it is very eye-catching, but most people probably aren't going to go buy Super Bowl tickets right after they pass this billboard on a highway. Remember, we're not trying to just show up to someone's house and get them to sign a PSA because they commented on one of your photos. We're here creating and nurturing relationships, and it takes time. So sometimes it may feel like, well, what's the point if we're not filling up our pipeline with a bunch of new leads? Remember, we're trying to humanize your brand and show customers that there are real people just like them behind that brand. We want to create trust with potential clients and show them you're an expert in what you do. And lastly, it's just a great opportunity to engage with your audience. Take these photos, for example. The first one is a picture of a crew who volunteered at a fawn rescue sanctuary, helping with facility maintenance and improvement projects. They shared this picture on their social media pages as well as their blog to show they are more than just a group of people remodeling homes. They enjoy spending time in their local community together. The second picture is a screenshot of comments on a Facebook post that one of my clients shared about winning an award. Tons of people commented their excitement and congratulations, and my client was sure to reply back to each comment showing how thankful they were. It's important to be responsive on social media. Facebook will recognize how you engage with comments and direct messages and will be more likely to share your content the more you engage. After all, they want to share content that creates a good user experience for people on their platform. Okay, we've covered the importance of social media, the intention behind it all, and where it falls in our marketing funnel. So now let's better understand some of these platforms and who exactly uses them. There are a ton of different platforms to be a part of. I know. I mean, really, there are so many. So how do you even decide which ones to use? Okay, do you remember in the Attract and Convert webinar when Laura talked about the key principles of a successful marketing strategy being attention and relevancy? And how to gain that attention, we have to find the right person in the right place at the right time with the right message. Well, this is the exact same formula also applies to our social media marketing strategies. Not every social media platform is going to be the right fit for you, and that's totally okay. We just have to figure out who your audience is and where they spend most of their time. And that's where you'll want to spend your time and focus on. In general, though, these are the top platforms that we recommend diving into first. You can start by picking just one to focus on and then go from there. You'll notice 3 out of the 4 listed are very visual platforms: Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. This is because you can basically use them as a social portfolio to showcase your awesome work. LinkedIn is a great business tool that focuses a little more on B2B marketing than B2C. It's a perfect platform to share informational and instructional content, but it's also a platform that is a little bit more involved. To see good results from LinkedIn, you'll need to have individuals who work for your business to be thought leaders, and they can share content from their personal pages. Not every platform will be the right fit for your company and who you're trying to target, but it's great to know what you can get out of each platform. As you can see from this graph, it's helpful to know your specific target audience because different cohorts spend their time and energy on different social media platforms. Okay, so let's dive into a few of these. I want to focus on the top 3: Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. If you're going to start with just one, we would probably suggest it be Facebook. As the most used social media platform out there, it's a great place to start. Heck, 7 in 10 US adults use Facebook. So there's a lot of opportunity here. I know some of you are thinking, but I'm really technologically challenged and I don't even know where to begin. Kind of like this guy. But it's okay. We're going to walk through the basics on how to get started. In order to start a company Facebook page, you must already have a personal page yourself. Your company page will be connected to your personal page so that when you log in, you can just access both at the same time. Once you get your business profile started, there are a few very important key parts to setting up and optimizing your page to be able to perform the best it can. Here's a great example of Here's a great example of a properly curated business page. They have a professional photo of one of their projects as the cover photo at the top. Their logo is the profile picture, and they have a call to action button listed for people to call if they're interested in their services. You'll want to double check that your name, address, and phone number are listed correctly, including a link to your website and a short keyword-rich bio about your company and their services you offer. Lastly, list out your service offerings like kitchen remodeler, contractor, and construction company. These help Facebook know what you do and who to share your content to. Now that we have your profile all set up, let's talk about what you're going to share on your page. Think of Facebook like the water cooler at the office, where everyone congregates, shares stories and pictures, listens to one another, and is fully engaged. Facebook is a break from the real world, the workday grind, and it's a way to pass the time while you're standing in line at Starbucks. As a home remodeler, Facebook is the perfect platform to share stories about your company, your team, your clients, and your projects. Remember, it's all about being authentic, connecting, and engaging with your audience. There are many different posts that they will love to see and read about, like your new project photos, blogs that you may write, employee highlights, team outings or volunteerings, awards that your company wins. There is a ton that you can share. Now that we've covered all the awesome things you should post on your Facebook page, let's quickly chat about what you should not post. We don't want to share things like inappropriate GIFs or memes, your personal political stances, negative stories about projects, bad comments about clients. Remember, we're trying to keep it fun, but professional. One more thing. Don't forget to double check your caption for spelling and grammar before you post. It always sucks when you have to go back and edit your caption after it's been posted and one of your followers caught a grammar mistake. That's the worst. So now that you've mastered the basics of marketing on Facebook as a remodeler, you're ready to graduate to advertising. This is a part of social media marketing that spreads past brand awareness and dives into conversions. After all, when you're putting so much effort into a single social media platform, you do want to see the results. So one of the quickest ways to increase your reach, gain more clicks to links that you share, or to maximize a specific campaign is through boosting posts. You can quickly and easily add a target audience, a budget that you're willing to spend to target that audience for a certain duration of time. And voila, your post has been boosted and you'll start to see the number of people reached, likes and engagement go up. This is a great way to easily gain traction for a single post that you want more people to see. But we also recommend being a little frugal with boosting posts. Make sure that it is an informative post that includes a good call to action. Beyond boosting posts, we also highly recommend developing a strategy for utilizing Facebook advertising and implementing a campaign that has a good purpose behind it. Just like pay-per-click ads on Google started at cents on the dollar as popularity increased, Facebook is still in their advertising infancy. Paying for an audience or a click is currently far less expensive on Facebook than it is on Google. And now is the perfect time to start maximizing your advertising budget. Although Facebook advertising can be a little bit more complex than boosting, you have several options of how to optimize your ads for video views or website clicks, views on posts, etc., and endless options when you're building out your audience. Let's touch on a few Facebook ad strategies. Retargeting is a quick way to send out your first Facebook ad and target your existing leads and clients. This is beneficial if you're trying to advertise for your current clients or leads to like your Facebook page, for example. Facebook also gives businesses the option to purchase pay-per-click ads. This is a great way to target users by location, demographic, and interest to gain you clicks, even when the user is not directly searching for you. This is a great way to grow your audience and get their attention for what you're sharing about. Another way you can utilize ads is to pay to show up in more news feeds. Essentially, you are able to handpick your audience. For remodelers, you could target those who like pages such as HGTV or who meet a certain income level, and then showcase specific promotions or content directly to that audience. Lastly, video views. As a home builder, one of your best methods for promoting your work is through photography. But what if you were able to create maybe a slideshow of photos of your most recent work and then share it specifically to local homeowners in your service area? That's the power of Facebook. Lastly, we don't want to forget to check your analytics and reviews. The first thing to look at when it seems like Facebook just isn't working for you is to check your analytics. See what type of content gets the most engagement and what time of the day is the best to post, who your audience is. There's a ton of stuff on there. Additionally, if you're continuing to have low engagement or reach on your page, you might have been dinged with a negative review. It's just a fact of life. There will always be haters. The best thing you can do when you get a negative review is to respond in a timely manner. And if you watched our Google Business Profile webinar with Emmett, you should know the best way to respond to negative reviews. And if you haven't, you should go back and watch it. Let's take a look at Instagram now. Instagram is one of the quickest rising social media platforms ever. Most other platforms had a very gradual increase to popularity, but Instagram seemed to take over almost overnight. It's a simple platform. It makes it easy to captivate users and even easier to engage with them. As remodelers, this is a perfect platform to showcase the beautiful photography of your work. Instagram is probably the most streamlined social media profile you'll ever create. It's as simple as downloading the app, logging in, and getting started. Of course, we have plenty of tips to share on how to get started off by optimizing your profile and then the certain types of posts to share. But the first step is just simple as that. Download the app. After creating your profile, you can change it to a business account in the settings and begin optimizing just like we did for your Facebook page. Start by adding your logo as your profile image. This will eradicate any confusion when people try searching for your page. Next, fill out your bio, which is a limited number of characters on Instagram. So when writing about your company, keep in mind that this is not the time to let your sales hat shout over your marketing mind. Take this opportunity to emphasize and connect with users with a very keyword-rich description. You'll be able to choose a business category like contractor, add a link to your website, and list your company name, address, and phone number. Make sure this information matches exactly how you listed it on your website and your Facebook page. Lastly, start showing off your amazing work. Instagram users are there for their photography. There's little else to see, right? Well, it used to be true. Instagram is really all about telling a story now. Professional photography of your work is the perfect thing to share. If you don't have a lot of imagery yet, we recommend you share each picture one at a time over a couple week span rather than posting multiple images all at one time. This will increase your fan base consistently over time and will continue to increase your engagement on each image. Instagram is also the perfect place to tell the story of your behind the scenes, whether that means team meetings or client projects that are still under construction. Remember that users are trying to learn more about you and your company, and they're trying to decide if you're the right people to remodel their home. Lastly, Instagram stories. These are quick shots that erase after 24 hours. So just like Snapchat, only built into the Instagram app. If you're feeling daring, edit the images and add hashtags or tag people in it. But if not, it's okay to just take a quick shot of your cup of joe in the morning and say hi or share a short video of one of your current projects that you're working on. So just like Facebook, Instagram is an extremely social platform. There are a few ways to interact with your followers on Instagram that will make sure they feel appreciated and engaged. Responding to their comments, sharing stories, and responding to direct messages in a timely manner. Okay, lastly, let's chat about Pinterest. the place where people go to create mood boards and gain inspiration for what they want their dream home to look like. So just like we did for Facebook and Instagram, you'll want to create a business account and set it up to perform optimally. Let's look at one more example. Similar to Facebook, you'll want to add an eye-catching cover photo of one of your best projects at the top. Next, you'll set your logo as your profile photo, write a short keyword-rich bio, and add a link to your website, just like we did for the other ones. And just like that, share your content and show off your beautiful work. If you're using Pinterest for business, you can't just really drop links and post images and hope for the best. It's crucial to have a specific idea for what types of content and images you want to create for your audience. So just like Instagram, Pinterest too is a very visual platform. So images that pop and instantly catch the eye should be the essence of your strategy. Color coordinating images and high definition photos are a few examples of things that you can use. Educational content is the life force of Pinterest. In fact, 84% of pinners say that Pinterest helps them learn new things. So make sure your content strategy includes instructional and visual content that helps people learn how to do something, such as short how-tos, tips for preparing to remodel their home, things like that. People also turn to Pinterest to get inspired. They can discover content that gives them an idea of what to do before they pull the trigger to do it. You should give your followers a regular dose of visual inspiration of how they can remodel their house in the home they've always dreamed of. Lastly, and informational content is another type of educational content that can help you engage your Pinterest audience. Create infographics and factoids that will help people learn new facts and figures relevant to home remodeling and building. Pinterest is a very creative platform, and when utilized correctly, it can be very helpful for your business and generating website traffic to your website. Similar to boosting posts on Facebook, promoting pins is a simple way to run ads on Pinterest. Promoted pins are a single image or video that appears on the home feed in the app. But the only thing differentiating them from organic pins is a small promoted by label at the bottom. When a user clicks an organic pin, they see the pin detail page. When they click on a promoted pin, they're immediately taken to the URL that you specify, which should definitely be your website. This is a great way to generate website traffic. Similar to boosting posts, though, it's a good rule of thumb to be frugal with promoting pins. So now that we've covered the basics and how to get started on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest, I'm sure you're wondering how often you should be posting content on each platform. They are slightly different recommendations for each platform, but a general rule of thumb is anywhere from 2 to 5 times per week for Facebook and Instagram, and 3 to 5 pins per day on Pinterest. You can always start small and work your way up the more comfortable you get with each platform. But don't forget, consistency is key. So it would be better to post on the lower end, but be consistent with it. So don't overwhelm yourself. Okay, we've given you a lot of reasons to take on what sounds like maybe another full-time job, but we promise it's not that complicated once you get started. But it's only fair to provide you with a few tips and tricks to make running your social media account the easiest and most fun part of your day. We at Keokee are always here to cheer you on. Start with one platform and master that before you begin another one. When you do have a presence on multiple platforms like Facebook and Instagram, you can connect them in the settings so that it's much easier to schedule and share posts to both platforms at the exact same time if the content fits for both. Additionally, we recommend using a scheduling tool either through the Facebook publishing tools or a third-party program like Hootsuite or Sprout Social are a couple. It's very helpful to just take 30 minutes at the beginning of your week to schedule out a few posts, and then you don't have to stress about it throughout the rest of the week. It's already done, and all you just worry about the small things. And lastly, just have fun. Remember what we talked about in the beginning. Social media is a way to amplify your brand and your company. So just get out there and show off all your hard work. Okay, so we went over a ton of information today, and we want to offer you all our social media best practices guide for free. So you can reference it whenever you have questions about what content is best to post, how often you should be posting, how to build a target audience, and much more. Just visit keokee.com/social-media-best-practices, and you'll be able to easily download the guide. If you have any questions, please feel free to email us at inbox@keokeecontractormarketing.com. And a member of our team will happily help you and will email you back very quickly. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this webinar. We really appreciate it.